Break it down.
Welcome to the Wrestling Show, emulating live from the epicenter of awesomeness here in Tampa, Florida. But the most important thing you should get out of this video is that Rob Conway is World Championship material. No wait, is that you should visit www.wrestlingrevolution.com. It's going to be the greatest wrestling website ever. It's going to bring back the fun to wrestling. You know, sure, we're going to have news and a few serious discussions and whatnot, but, you know, the internet just needs a nice, cool, level-headed website for wrestling fans. Not Mark's wrestling fans. So go ahead and visit it, and with your suggestions and input, we can make it even better than it already is. Alright, so the first match is Delirious and Sanjay Dutt in a submission match. Of course, Sanjay Dutt had previously attacked Daisy Hayes and, of course, Delirious. Daisy Hayes, of course, is accompanying Delirious to the ring. Sanjay Dutt basically worked on Delirious's leg, whereas Delirious worked on Sanjay's arm. Nice little chain wrestling, back and forth. Sometime during the match, Delirious was being put in a chokehold by Dutt. Dutt was using one of his tassels and choking him. So Daisy Hayes climbed up to the apron, you know, and the ref's like, oh, don't do that. And then, you know, Dutt knocked her off. You know, she's down. There's some more wrestling. Then, when Sanjay tries to bring in a chair, you know, the ref's like, oh, you can't use that chair. He takes it out. Of course, he's, you know, distracted. By then, Daisy has recovered. She jumps off the top rope and does kind of a top rope drop kick, missile drop kick, as it were, which allows Delirious to put in the camel clutch, and Delirious wins. And then it cuts to an Austin Aries promo. Basically, he's like, oh, I'm not really bland in the typical bad guy. I'm different. You know, well, what exactly did he say? No matter what, I come out on top, and he's just saying that he's always the best. I mean, I don't know. Austin Aries, he's not a bad wrestler, but I don't know, what's with every bad guy? I know it's the bad guy thing, but every bad guy says, oh, I'm the best in the world. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of old. Second match, Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe. You know, RoH Tag Team Champs. Possibly the greatest RoH champs ever. I don't know. Kind of like the American Wolves, but obviously the Briscoe brothers have tagged longer, you know, and have more history in RoH. So they're going against each other for the Pick 6 contendership, which is, you know, future RoH title shot, as well as, I believe it was $2,500 in cash, and kind of a thing Jim Cornette cooked up. The announcers are pointing out their history as brothers and how they fought. That, oh, I didn't know this, Jay Briscoe was actually he was in the first RoH event. So, you know, he's been there since the beginning, and Mark, though he's slightly younger, he's been there since 03, I guess. So 02, 03, they've both been in there pretty much solidly. And they chronicleize Mark's injury. There's a little bit of everything. Mostly it's just counters and whatnot. And then halfway through the match, you know, they fall outside of the ring. And then they just start slugging each other, okay? And they get counted out. They get, you know, in RoH it's a 20 count. So they get counted out. Jim Cornette's like, well, I can't reverse the referee's decision, but I can, you know, ask if you two want to restart it. They restart it. Jay Briscoe goes onto the second rope. It looks like Mark's gonna suplex him off the rope, but then he just kind of turns his body, and then Jay Briscoe does well, the announcers call it like a face crusher, destroyer or whatever. But it kind of looks like a diamond crusher, or diamond cutter, excuse me, or an RKO. It was pretty cool. But the winner after all this was Jay Briscoe by pinfall. It was kind of a small package hybrid thing. And in my opinion, though, he he didn't seem dominant, but he seemed more impressive. He seemed like he was gonna win, but it was pretty evenly matched. Squash match. It literally lasted 1 minute, I believe. Maybe I'm giving that too much cadence. It probably was like 40 seconds. Prince Nana, you know, says blah blah blah. Eric Stevens comes out versus Harlem Bravado or somebody. Not a jobber. He's probably like good on the independent scene, but you know, just someone that RoH brought in. Basically, he loses. Ooh, you should have seen it. Eric Stevens was doing the Godfather Ho train, you know, like doo doo doo. Well, you're like, oh, it's the Ho train, but it's like the Ghana Express, and then he did some kind of weird power bomb. Squash match. Eric Stevens wins, you know. Fourth match of the night, the main event. Colt Cabana and Tyler Black versus Kenny King and Austin Aries, who's your RoH champ. Kenny King, of course, the man who shelved Jerry Lynn due to a pile driver, I believe? Well, spike pile driver. There's a difference because the dude helped you do it. It was fun. A lot of close calls. Nothing like, oh my goodness, you can't miss it. But, I mean, if you can watch it, you should watch it because it's a nice little match. Oh, this is funny. Tyler Black springboards off the top rope, right? Kenny King catches him like he's going to do, I don't know, he's probably just going to do a front slam or something. But it was just cool because he didn't, it's not like Tyler Black landed and he kind of caught him. I mean, he literally caught him in midair. It was just neat the way I saw it. But Tyler Black reverses him trying to attempt to do a front slam or whatever he was going to do. And it was a DDT. You know, Tyler does that DDT. Ooh, what's this? Cabana. What do I got here? Colt Cabana does, you know how Goldust used to kind of like do a butt slam? He used to like jump up in the air and like hit you with his backside. Kind of like a shoulder block, but with the butt. So I guess a butt block. So yeah, Colt Cabana did Goldust's move. So Goldust, gimmick infringement right there. In the end, Colt Cabana pins Kenny King after doing his Colt 45 as finisher. So the winners are Colt Cabana and Tyler Black. So basically, to summarize it all up, decent show, better than Raw, but you know, in an hour you can't expect a lot. So thank you all for tuning in.
Just look at me.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh hey, Rob. No, I haven't. I know I haven't made fun of A-Train for like 8 episodes. Well, you and Austin Aries, I don't know. Austin Aries just seems like a version of you. Not in his wrestling style, just kind of how he dresses. You both kind of dress the same with the little glasses and everything. Oh, well, I gotta wrap up this show. Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to get Rob Conway on my next show. So, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, and don't forget to go to the Wrestling Revolutionary website, www.wrestlingrevolution.com. You know, with your help, we can make it big and take down No DQ. Oops, did I just say that?